Okay, welcome back to Dwarf Academy, episode 20, and it's our first inaugural series. I can't believe we've got to 20 episodes, and the Dwarfs are doing pretty well. We're still going with limited FPS, and it's slowing. I don't have too many other bits and bobs open, slowing me down. So it's just the Dwarves. Got 101 dwarves, 62 pets and livestock, 29 others. 11 dead or missing. We don't have a huge fort. I was saying in the last episode we were on I think a 4x4 embark. So we're starting to see some slowdown, but things are speeding up again now. We see the dwarves are, I think that's some visitors leaving. So we've achieved quite a lot in this fort thus far. We still haven't got a well. We have connected the lever to the floodgate. We just need to put a fortification into. Oh, we're saving. It's the season. The change of season. Summer has arrived on the calendar. And yeah, we played it very safe with this fort. I wanted to make sure that things were fairly straightforward for my first series. We've got some soldiers. We've got a soldier and a monster hunter. We can improve these dwarves to join Dwarf Academy, and they can serve as wardens in our military to protect and serve. Right, so now we have got a construction of a fortification. We're going to have to hope that the dwarf builds this without blocking themselves behind the fortification. So we might as well just put it up against this floodgate, and that should do. That should do the trick. Otherwise, we would resort to creating a restricted zone, say here, and then putting the item we wanted to build here, so that the dwarf will come in and out of this stairwell and not build it from behind. And once we've got that construction built, I'll just stop any creatures entering the fort through the water supply. If for any reason there were an aquatic beast that wanted to murder our fort, so that's in place. We linked up the floodgate in the last episode, so we're going to build. We're going to dig a channel. We're going to put a channel in here, and that'll allow the river water to flow into our little trench. The trench has then got a fortification, as I say, to stop any swimmers, and above that is a floodgate which is linked to a lever in the main fort, and that floodgate, when it's constructed, will be closed, so no water will be able to flow once this once we've got this channel. No water is going to be able to flow past that floodgate, and there we go. We pull the lever, that'll allow us to fill up our reservoir down on this level, and above that we will dig a well. Oh, we've already dug a well. Yeah, that mushroom we can see is down here in the reservoir. So what we have to be careful of is not flooding our entire base. When we pull this lever, Yes, when we pull this lever, we will have water flow. Come on, dwarves, pull the lever. Okay, so we've got a warning that the red panda boar is starving. The red panda boar can only eat bamboo. So it's probably going to starve. Oh well. They're a band of entertainers. I'm afraid your petitions have been denied. We have a mayor in our nobles, and he has requirements. He needs an office and quarters, dining room, and various other items, which he hasn't got. He's exported the prohibition. He's prohibited through mandate the export of figurines. So we have to be very careful not to sell any figurines to the traders when they come. Otherwise, he will take it out on one of our dwarves. And he's probably going to be having unhappy thoughts. If we can have a look at the mayor, he should be somewhere in this this here list. Can't see him. It's probably, is he one of these guys? Rovod. We see a Rovod. Hello, Rovod. Any Rovods? Rovod is the cook. Is he our mayor? Doesn't have any it doesn't have any negative thoughts as yet. Hasn't been mayor for very long. Mayor's name in full: Rovod Nîlesavuz or Nîlesavuz. Let's have a look at him. Well, this guy was how infuriating. Anyway, we've got a mayor called Rovod. So this Rovod, that's Rovod Nîlesavuz. This is we've got a lot of dwarves now. It won't be one of these guys. Hello, Mayor. This is a good example of how difficult it is to manage your dwarves. You can't even find this guy. I mean, that may be me being useless. Please leave a message, a comment. Who knows? Who knows who this Rovod guy is? Let's see. In the therapist, it's sorted alphabetically. Okay, we've got two Rovods. Rovod Nîlesavuz. Yeah, he's embarrassed because he's been sleeping in a poor bedroom. He's a potash maker. He's our almost legendary potash maker. It's a high master potash maker. So this guy's our mayor, which is fine. He's missing his family. He's been unable to practice a craft. He's a crafts dwarf as well. What craft? See, it says here his highest moodable skill is crafts dwarf. Okay, so possibly that's because this is not moodable skill. Potash making isn't a moodable skill. You can't have a strange mood and make a legendary piece of potash. So that makes sense. But okay, so he's the mayor, and he's very embarrassed about having a poor bedroom. He's seen a dead body 12 times. Okay. I mean, he's probably been going somewhere to do his business, and he's seen corpses. We've got quite a few corpses. These elves, obviously some dwarves. Those guys should be in coffins. And who knows? So this is a very interesting episode where we look at the mayor and try to figure out who he is and what he's doing. He's just going to be making potash all the time, which is fine. We don't need infinite amounts of potash. Why don't we make him a stone detailer and keep track of him, keep him busy, and he can practice a craft. He's sad because he hasn't practiced a craft for some time. Boredom after being unable to practice a craft for too long. So maybe it's not even a specific craft. It's just that he hasn't been able to do anything. Maybe we haven't been calling for enough potash. Or maybe that's just not considered an interesting enough task. And I suppose if he's a high master potash maker, he's probably seen all there is to be seen of potash. This is an interesting episode about Rovod Nîlesavuz. So he's going to need some things to make him happy. We've made him a stone detailer, and that's something we haven't even started in the fort yet, which is is an optional whether you want to start making your increasing the value of the areas in the fort. It's a pretty straightforward way to do that. We do actually have a couple of miners who are designated as being stone detailers, but the only work that they've been asked to do so far was to make our railway down here, which as we see is just functioning nicely, keeping all the goods funneled up to the workshop area. The smelters are okay. The smelters are busy. There's iron, and we should be making some pig iron as well. Some gold coming through. Okay. I'll just check the bar stock. We're going to make some items, some furniture for our mayor. Okay, I'm not sure where his bedroom is. It's a poor bedroom. Could be any of these bedrooms. A potash maker, one of the earlier members of the team. It's been around a while, so I'm not surprised that he's been elected mayor. He'll be a popular dwarf. A lot of guys will know him. He'll have a lot of relationships with other dwarves. But right now he's got the mayor, Rovod. Okay, we'll free up this room. We'll give that to one of the many dwarves who are without a bedroom, and briefly we'll chuck a few more beds in these holes as well. We've built some more. We've got 10 more beds because we've still got dwarves without beds. This one of these rooms here, which are made out of these will be slightly higher value rooms, I imagine, because they're made of lignite, which is a higher value than certainly chalk, which is a flux stone. It's still a valuable stone. If you can have a room made out of hematite, that's pretty cool, and especially if we can smooth the stone in those rooms, that will make higher value room. But why not skip that step and make a full suite of rooms for our new mayor? I think he deserves that. He's an old chap. He's very persistent and hardworking. We'll probably find him up here making potash if we start making potash again. I don't know what happened with the supply chain. We've got a bunch of potash. We've still got some ash. We've got some soap and yeah, we've got everything we need just to be going on with. We'll let the mayor carry on. Hopefully, he should be smoothing stone in the Chestnut of Caves. We've got a human caravan, and we'll do some trade. And this episode will be drawing to a close momentarily. I think I don't know how long this episode has gone on for, and I've neglected to time it. But we're going to build the suite we talked about for the male. I don't like this whole area here because of what I did right to the very beginning. Somehow made a bit of a botch of that area. Like we could maybe do. I'm looking for ideally like a gold deposit or something like that to build a room in. That would be really high value, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm going to just make a series of medium-sized rooms connected to a corridor down the middle. Really simple. And these can be the quarters of the new male, and possibly some a spouse at some point if he ever becomes if he ever gives up his bachelorhood, monster hunter. If he ever gives up his bachelorhood, I think his wife or his consort come and live in these apartments as well. Maybe we could assign some of our more favourite dwarves to some more exciting apartments. Maybe we can build apartments for all these 100 odd dwarves. But we'll probably won't get to that because this is an academy, and I think the small dormitories are fine. The mayor of the academy, or head master or head mistress. I've been assuming this chap is a chap. He's he or she. He felt. He is a he. Yeah, he has one of these male-female symbols. I think that might mean that he's bisexual. I'm not sure. But it might mean that he doesn't have a. Maybe he just likes being single. And maybe who knows? We can look at his relationships, and we can find out more. But I couldn't find him in the list. Could I? This mayor, he's a potash maker. So he would be a farmer, you'd think. Oh, who's that guy? Look at this. He likes bituminous coal. Oh, okay. So we could make something out of bituminous coal for him. That would be cool. If we could do that. I don't know if you need to be mooded to make furniture and things out of that coal stuff. He likes traction benches. We could build him a traction bench in his bedroom. Or in the lounge. Prefers to consume 2-grain wheat beer. Okay. I don't think he's going to get any of that. Unless the humans have brought any. Okay, that's enough for this episode, guys. Dwarves and goblins, and be happy. Strike there. Cheerio.